In this video, we're going to discuss the universal collective, thus global energy, for the Pisces new moon, lunar month of March 13th through April 10th. Information to assist us to move forward with our sanity. Welcome and greetings. My name is Edward, psychic medium, your soul messenger host, also animal communicator, assisting us all, including myself, to live, love, and manifest a life that our soul intended for us to live this lifetime. Let's get busy. And it is pretty much a bittersweet ending / beginning, but we will get through this. So first I'm going to say go to my website, ragosta.community, link readings. There you can see my schedule for a psychic reading session, private reading. If you want to see me locally in Sugarloaf, New York, Light Club Curiosity Shop, whatever my next date will be there. When I know it, it will be posted there. And my current rates for telephone readings and maybe internet readings, online readings if my internet supports it. And also, if you'd like, go to my website at Ragosta.community, link Medium Tarot TV. That's where you'll see all the free videos and where you can subscribe for more. For the video subscription service, Medium Tarot TV Plus, Feed Your Soul. Daily videos, foresight, insight, guiding us, assisting us. There you go. All right, so that's where you can subscribe for more as well. The theme healing songs will be on that link as well. All right, so we're going to pick up where we left off from the last video, and we're starting with the current week energy. All right, let's start there, and then I'm going to backtrack before we get to the day energy. So the week energy, the technical week, is March 13th through the 20th, though this is going to be an influence for the entire lunar month, March 13th through April 10th. And this is the energy of endings, of letting go, of healing. So new moons are typically a time of beginning and starts and launches. I'm going to say yes to that, but just as much it is an energy of letting go. Now, endings are not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we need to let go of things where we place our time, energy. People in our lives sometimes dissipate, move into the shadows, back off, if you will. So this is energy of allowing that to happen. Now, it's not always the most look forward to energy, but it is the perfect energy because next new moon, the April new moon, the Aries new moon, which it is in April, of April 11th, is when we start the new zodiac year, 2021. And I would say this entire month, March 13th through April 10th, we are letting go of zodiac year 2020, which began around March 27th or so. So we're basically letting go of last calendar year, if you will, and the beginning of this calendar year. So all of that energy is a lot to decipher, process, and then healthily let go. We don't forget, but we let go so we can carry on and we can move forward. Hence, bittersweet energy. Sad at times? Absolutely. Bittersweet? Absolutely. Hope for the future? That's still there. And that's what we need to hold on to. So this is a mental energy of the conscious mind. So where does our mind go? Including the inner dialogue, where does our mind go? Is it taking us to I mean, it's not always rainbows and unicorns. I get it. But where do we stay? What's our comfort zone? I'm sure whatever comfort zone is, I don't even know what a comfort zone is anymore, but it's kind of been like the roof has been blown off, let's say in the last year, right? But it's making peace. Peace within. That's priceless. So, whatever ending wants to occur, we're to graciously allow it, not put up too much of a struggle or fight. And that's not always easy. Been there, done that. Which leads us, very interestingly, into the next energy. But before I get there, I want to say the Astrological Associations, who's activated, empowered, and or triggered. So for our zodiac year 2020 energy, we have Aries sun signs, the pioneers, as our guide. They've been our mascots. And also, if you have the placement of zodiac Cancer moon in Cancer, you're activated, empowered, and triggered for this last month as well. I haven't looked into what zodiac year 2021 is quite yet. For the solar month of Pisces 2021, it was repeated from Aquarius 2021, of Gemini sun signs, activated, empowered, and triggered. And if you have the placement of Mercury in Virgo, that's a very interesting combination. Also activated, empowered, and triggered for this lunar month ahead through April 10th. And then we just discussed about the week energy, which is Gemini sun signs, activated, empowered, and or triggered. So that's a double influence of Gemini. Geminis are the thinkers. Okay? It's information. At this point, as of March 13th, we're out of the previous Mercury retrograde shadow. So now we are really, that's good news, right? That's starting anew. So the fogginess from the delays are over, things being stretched out, delayed, are over. But now we have the fogginess of working through, sorting things through of our emotions. That's very Pisces, right? Believe me, it is. All right. And then moving on to the day energy. So we have the moon in Pisces, of course. The actual new moon is at 5:21 a.m. Eastern, 2:21 a.m. Pacific, just the time to be around the globe. Later on in the day, the moon goes void, of course, at 11:38 a.m. Eastern, 8:38 a.m. Pacific, just the time to be on the globe. And then later on in the day, the moon enters Aries. Interesting. That's going to give us the kick and the wallop to take action after we sort things out emotionally. It's like a blending of the emotions and the mind in sync, working together. Then the moon enters Aries at 6:44 p.m. Eastern, 3:44 p.m. Pacific, just time to have where you are on the globe, and the color of the day is blue. All right. Now, the day energy is the beginning stages. So this is a beginning, more typical of a new moon, starts. But, although, we also had a beginning for the Virgo full moon of February 27th. There we entered the element of earth. Here we enter the element of air, which has to do with the conscious mind. Okay? So it's the mind. So all the air sun signs are activated, empowered, and are triggered, male and female. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So that's a triple dose of Gemini. So they're holding court this lunar month. All right. Now this is the energy of It could be one of two things. Well, let's start with the not so positive aspect. It's imaginary worry, concern. That's where our mind runs away with us. Who hasn't been there? Thinking, because it is of the mind, of all the things that can go wrong. Guilty. Been there, done that. It's not going to serve us. We have to be careful of that. What we need to do instead, or what's suggested instead, is to stand in our power, our truth that we know in our core. Stand firm in that. Not to be obstinate, not to be arrogant, but just to be like, I know this is my truth. So, there you have it. So, the truth of a matter will be an interesting topic this lunar month. We'll see what unfolds social media and in global events. There will be some endings, and in the same case, there will be some clearings. As there is an ending, there's always the promise of a beginning. So we're at that threshold at this point in time, this lunar month. And we have to stand firm in our truth and our convictions and look ahead, look forward. First, yes, we're going to reminisce and we're going to go through our grieving process. And then we're going to look forward with strength and conviction to a better tomorrow. And it goes back to our tribe, our community, but I'm going to get into that shortly. Now, as a possible new moon intention, and for the new moon intention, if you can, try to avoid the void of course moon. So I'm just going to give you the time period where you should avoid, if at all possible. Well, I'm going to have to say the time periods because it breaks it up. So if you want to work with Pisces energy, it would be 5:21 a.m. through 11:37 a.m. Eastern. Pacific, it would be 2:21 a.m. through 8:37 a.m. That's Pacific. And then avoid that time in between, and then we can pick up again when the moon enters Aries. If you want to work with Aries energy, 6:44 p.m. through 11:59 p.m. Eastern, 3:44 p.m. through 11:59 p.m. Pacific, and the adjusted times where you're on the globe. So Pisces energy is more of a healing. It is, if you need healing, that's the perfect time when the moon is in Pisces. If you really want to move forward, take action, if that's the energy behind what your intention is, then I would say wait for the moon to enter Aries later on in the day, if at all possible. So do we need to let go of anything? The influence from our past, from last year? Pisces is a deep energy, so it can go since childhood. It definitely can go since childhood, by the way. A way of thinking or feeling that is just not in sync with us and what we want to accomplish moving forward. And then what is a cause, another possible new moon intention, what is a cause that we would like to champion or jump on board or be a part of? That would also be a new moon suggestion, given the global energy. Now, everything we do this month should be with the intention of securing our happiness, because that goes into the psychic insight theme of this new moon, which we're going to get to next. Okay? The healing is to secure future happiness. If it's grieving, allow yourself to grieve. If it's process, allow yourself to process. But with the moon shifting from Pisces to Aries, part of this lunar month could be healing, and the other part could be taking action. So, even if it's standing our ground and our truth and our convictions. Again, not being obstinate, not being arrogant. All right. There you have it. All right. Now, moving on to the psychic insight theme for this Pisces new moon. And the Pisces new moon is at 23 degrees. So if you're astrologically inclined, you can look to see where 23 degrees Pisces is in your chart. And since I know this one by heart, you can look to see where 23 degrees Virgo is in your chart as well, because that's the polar opposite. So where 23 degrees Pisces is exactly where it hits you in your chart. That's the focus, and it's going to affect the other half, the other side, where 23 degrees Virgo is. It's always polarity. Okay. Here we have the energy of the Astrological Association is Mars in Pisces. It has to be Pisces because it's a Pisces new moon. Now, Mars wants action. It's drive, impetus to move forward. So at some point, we're going to want to take action this lunar month. If you have to heal first, that's highly suggested to do that first. Because otherwise, it would be like, an analogy would be like, we're taking a trip, but we never cleaned out our luggage from the last trip, so we're taking the dirty laundry with us into the new trip. That's what it would be like energetically. Doesn't sound wonderful, but that's what it would be. All right. So this is the energy of very Pisces and very beautiful. Because Pisces is truly the most sensitive of the zodiac. Absolutely. So this is the energy of rainbow of hope, rainbow of promise. It has to do with family. Now, as we have discovered or rediscovered during the calendar year of 2020, family is not only blood relatives. It can be roommates, people that we were stuck with, lockdown, shut down with, right? They become, or did become, our family. So there's that. There's also coworkers that we align with and get along with, because we don't always get to choose. And then it's people who we choose to work with, who we are in alliance with. Sometimes they become our family as well. So it's holding on to what's dear to us, and then moving forward with that, with the promise of a better tomorrow with those people. It's a beautiful energy. Now, Mars, like I said, wants action. Pisces is very sensitive, compassionate. So that's why I'm saying we need to take an action that's going to derive happiness for us. And that would include those we love if they're on board with us. If they're not on seeing eye to eye with us, then they're part of the letting go or maybe just stepping back from. Easier said than done, but your future happiness relies on it. And sanity. All right. All right. So I'm going to do my favorite part now, which is the theme healing song. So with this, I did not go the mental route. I went the emotional route. And with this energy as a psychic insight theme, I would normally go with rainbow in the title. To me, rainbow is very Pisces. Okay. But we went with fantasy this time because fantasy is going to see us through to sort everything out. Pisces is the opposite of Virgo. Virgo I know very well, for I am Virgo. So Virgo is reality, Pisces is fantasy. We need both. One without the other, not good. Dull. 2D, two-dimensional. Not good. All right, so fantasy. We want the root of fantasy. I was first looking into the soundtrack of How to Train Your Dragon. 1, 2, and I think 3. But none of those songs, the theme songs, none of it clicked. The soundtrack. And then I went towards Pete's Dragon, which is a Disney property, Disney film franchise, because that's fantasy as well. And in both cases, there is an energy of connecting or reconnecting with our inner child. The dragon, for How to Train Your Dragon, right? And actually, they're both dragons, aren't they? Yes. And Pete's Dragon. I didn't put that together until just the second, because I'm going by energy. And Pete's Dragon, the dragon and Pete's Dragon. All right. So in Pete's Dragon, Pete represents us, and the dragon represents our inner child. Yeah, very well. So we went with, from the soundtrack of Pete's Dragon, which was released summer of 2016, I think August, Nobody Knows by the Lumineers. Now, the Lumineers is a group that's been around for a while, and I connected with their energy when I was living in California. It's a beautiful group, sound, a little bit folky. Yeah, very folky, but I enjoy that. So anyway, this song, Nobody Knows, yes, it is sad. And yes, it is bittersweet. But also built in there is hope and embracing our emotions and hope. So it goes from sadness to bittersweet to happiness. It's like all at the same time. And if you've ever known a Pisces, specifically a Pisces moon, or fallen in love with a Pisces, then you know what I'm talking about. They have all that energy built in. I know what I speak of. So it's still a beautiful song. It might make you a little bit sad, but it lends to the times, because we're preparing for next month, and we really do want to put the sadness behind us of Zodiac Year 2020. So that was why we went with that song. There's also another great song called Something Wild, I believe, from the same soundtrack, Pete's Dragon 2016. But it was actually too upbeat. We actually needed something that was more a pace where allows us to digest what we need to digest, process, heal, let go of. So we did a combination of the psychic insight theme energy with the weak energy of endings. And when you listen to the song, you'll understand. And that song will be on my website at ragosta.community, link Medium Tarot TV. All right. Now, I wanted to make some closing statements that we have an interesting set of energies. We have 3 energies. One is from our current month energy of Pisces 2021, but still, if it's an influence today, it's influence for the lunar month ahead. And that is long-range goals, and again, family or community or tribe. And then we have the weak energy of endings, and then we have the psychic insight theme of, again, community, tribe, or family. So with these 3 energies, there is an ending, but there's also a tomorrow. So we're doing everything for our tribe or community. We start with our personal, and then we can reach out to global community. But who did we rely on, right? The zodiac year 2020. Our local, our personal tribe community. So as we move forward in time, Aries new moon and beyond probably have to do with zodiac year 2021 and beyond. We're thinking differently about who is family and how to treat our local, personal, local, and then global community and tribe. So I'm going to leave you with that as my closing words. So I'd like to say thank you for tuning in and watching. We hope you enjoyed, resonated, and we hope to see you real soon in another video. Be well, and whatever we need to do, heal, process, let go, and then get ready for action. Take care. Thank you.